Hello everyone, welcome to the Dunk Shot, brought to you by Cadillac of New Orleans. Time once again for the Fearless Forecast, where I make my bold predictions on the college and NFL games for this weekend. Last weekend, 3-3, keeps my record above 500. I'm now at 16-11 on the season. The Saints prediction was my jewel, of course, beating Atlanta at home. Went out on a limb on that one, got it right. Let's see if I can do the same thing this week. Let's start with the college games, where I will be on Saturday down in Baton Rouge at Tiger Stadium for LSU against the high-powered Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, my brother's alma mater. I've been down there many times for games, and Jeff Brom, a former Louisville Cardinal quarterback, is now the head coach at Western Kentucky, and he's not going to be there long. He's one of the hottest commodities in the country because Western has a high-powered offense. Jeff Brom learned under Bobby Petrino, and Western is going to challenge LSU's defense like they haven't been challenged all year. But Western has trouble stopping people, so this should be a very high-scoring game, and it's going to come down to which defenses can get stops. Right now, LSU is a 16-point favorite in this game. They're going to obviously line up and run the ball. Leonard Fournette is going to have a big game, I think. But I like Western Kentucky in this game to cover the 16-point spread. I think LSU is going to win the game, obviously. But I like Western Kentucky in this one. It means a lot more to the Hilltoppers than it does the LSU Tigers. So give me Western to cover that spread. Okay, now the Tulane Green Wave, coming off a miserable performance against Houston, just got routed, didn't have starting quarterback Tanner Lee. Devin Powell came in the backup and really struggled to generate offense. Now the Green Wave has a very difficult assignment. They go up to Annapolis, Maryland to play the Naval Academy in an American Athletic Conference game. They do get Tanner Lee back, so I like that, but they're 23.5-point underdogs. We know what Navy's going to do. They are third in the nation in rushing offense, 335 yards a game on the ground, and we know that Tulane struggles with these kind of attacks. They got run over by Georgia Tech earlier this year, so I see why Navy is a 23.5-point favorite. But I think Tulane's going to muster enough offense to cover that spread. 23.5 points is a lot of points. So give me Tulane, but I have to say I don't see any way that they're going to beat Navy at Navy. They've only won one time there in their last 7 visits. And last time they went up there, they got beat 49-21. This is a better team than that, a better Tulane team, but nevertheless, they're up against it in this one. And my pick of the week, my random pick in college football, I like the Miami Hurricanes at home. They're 7-point underdogs against number 6 Clemson, and I think they can win the game straight up. It's going to be a big game for Miami. They're better than people think, and I think Clemson, while it has a very good defense, I think they'll struggle to even cover that 7-point spread. All right, moving on to the NFL. Saints, of course, go up to Indianapolis to play the Colts, who are coming off of a disappointing performance, as we all saw against the New England Patriots on Sunday night a week ago. The Saints were 5.5-point underdogs when the spread started. It's now down to 4.5, so America is on the Saints, and so am I. I think the Saints win this game straight up. I've already made my prediction in the Times-Picayune. I think they win the game straight up. It's a good matchup for the Saints. They fare well against these finesse-oriented AFC teams. And I just think right now they got a lot of motivation and confidence after that big win against the Falcons. And I think Sean Payton and Rob Ryan will come up with a good game plan to counter Andrew Luck. But if they go up there and make a bunch of turnovers and mistakes, it could be ugly. They've got to play error-free ball the way they did against the Falcons to win this game. And I think they'll get close to that at least and be able to pull this one out. Okay, my other picks of the week in the NFL really quickly. I like the New York Giants in a revenge game at home against the Dallas Cowboys. The Giants stuck up the joint against the Eagles the other night. They're not going to play that bad again. This is a big NFC East game that they have to have, and they're at home. So I like the Giants. And I like the Jets, actually. They're 8-point underdogs against the Patriots. Their defense is so good that I think they'll be able to stay in that game. But they've got to get some production out of Ryan Fitzgerald in this one because the Patriots aren't going to let Chris Ivory run roughshod over them. I just like the Jets in this one. I think it means more to them. And I think, if anything, they could get the backdoor cover, as they say. All right, that's it for this weekend's Dunk Shot and, of course, my Fearless Forecast. Thanks for sticking in there with me. My voice is a little scratchy today. I'm still fighting off that cold. And everybody, have a great weekend, and I'll see you back here at NOLA.com on Monday. Take care.